got kind of a new thing going on here. All right, I did test the PowerPoint,
We're
so
here.
we'll see what happens. And we'll get started here in a second. I'll ask somebody in just 30 seconds. Welcome to the ARIIX Live. And if I could have somebody, sorry, just okay, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so I am Rick Redford, the area director for North America. I'm the host for the call, and a couple of pieces of business. I'm going to mute a few of you out. If you can mute yourself if you're not already, that way we can keep the integrity of the recording. This is the final A-team, I'm sorry, the final A-team call for North 2020 is going to be this Thursday. And the reason for that is the following week it's New Year's Eve, or Christmas Eve, and the following week after that it's New Year's Eve. And so rather than disrupt your family activities during that time, I thought it would be better to finish off this week. And we've got a great cast of characters this Thursday night. You have Stefan and Claudia. You have Stefan Lemieux and Katy Rodriguez that are going to be on. Allison is going to host the call. I have an opportunity to spend some time with the grandson at his request. And so I said, you know what? That's an important thing. So this Thursday will be the final A-team call of 2020. Also, right now, Transformation Throwdown. I want you all to pay attention to this. If you have not taken advantage of this ProStack water bottle over here is really cool. This shaker bottle, it has a lot of benefits that a lot of other water bottles don't. In those sections down below, you can see in the two sections below the cup, you have a place for your powder, you have a place for your pills, great to carry on the go to the gym, that sort of thing. And so if you have an opportunity to purchase this pack, and here's the main reason why. We're going to start a Transformation Throwdown weight loss challenge starting January 6th. You want to have your product in hand for that throwdown to start. And what a great way to do that by having these packs available. I will tell you that if you have another pack that suits you, that your team is involved with, that's good too. But you want to have the product in hand. You want to have it there on your shelf to remind you after the start of the year, because if you wait to purchase your product till after the first of the year, you're going to be too late in the challenge. And there's some great prizes that are coming to you for that challenge. So make sure you have your product in hand for that challenge. Also, Omega Q on loyalty shopping this month. This is rare that you have a top selling product like Omega Q. So if you haven't taken advantage of that, you need to do that. Also, during the month of December, remember we extended this free enrollment and an enrollment promotion. You enroll one person, you have a chance to win. And that now is airfare or hotel, whichever is greater, at the upcoming event, which is going to be taking place, not in Utah anymore, in Destin, Florida. So if you want to be there now, if you for some reason can't be there, don't worry. You're going to still have that opportunity to win whatever that's worth. We'll make it worth your time. Believe me, it'll be great. If you enroll one person, you get one entry. If you enroll two, you get four. If you enroll three, you get six. If you enroll four, you get eight. You know the story. Keeps going. And the grand prize for the person that brings in the most enrollment, new volume, will be awarded 500 shares of stock. And if you've been following the stock, especially over the last couple of weeks, things have looked pretty good. So my guess is, well, I can't even give you a forecast. So because Mark's on the line and he'll turn me in. So anyway, if you have not, plus, you get to be an owner in the company. That's even cooler. And Tahitian noni juice is available still while supplies last in our warehouse through probably toward the end of the month here to be able to order. If you have not tried this, first of all, it is a great product. There is so much research and studies that have gone into noni. And the more and more I read about it, the more and more excited I get from an immune building standpoint. It is a fantastic product. So you have an opportunity to get it now in the ARIIX web back office. I can't promise that it's going to be there after the end of the year because there's supplies, enough supplies in the warehouse. So please, if you have not had a chance to do it, you want to try this. It is a great product. So with that being said, My partner in crime, Dan, is at a daughter's performance tonight. He said, please pass along. He hates this. He will miss you horribly, is what he said. I don't know if it's proper to say horribly miss you or miss you horribly, but he said it that way. So I'm going to repeat it how he said it. So let's hear it for our new team leads. Now, new team leads, this is the first step in your ARIIX journey. And so we love our new team leads. Michael Boucher from North Carolina, Lori Johnson, Arkansas, Roquio Rivera Vasquez from Texas, Leah Bowers from California, Peter Lamas from California, or Lamas, excuse me, from California, Robert Marinaro from Texas. Robert, my friend, great to see you on the board. Gloria Gomez, California. Linda Putnam, California. Roxanne Evans, Michigan. Elizabeth Davis, Kentucky. Regina Gerba from Alabama. Kay Chapman from Iowa. And our friends from Canada, new team leads. Carol Germain from Alberta. Ceylon Lueng from British Columbia. Elizabeth Dufour from Quebec. Sarah Crosby from Nova Scotia. And Charlene Morin from Quebec. Nancy Carbil from Quebec. Melissa Jacob from Quebec. And Yvonne Dirksema from Alberta. Let's hear it for our new team leads. Congratulations. Thank you for clapping along, those that I can see you on camera, and those that I can't, there you go. New senior team lead, step 2 in the journey. Ariel Perez from Nevada. Tanya Horton from Arkansas. Kim Hoback from Tennessee. Jeffrey Gooder from Michigan. Allison Rawlinson from Alabama. Martha Hanauer from North Carolina. Janine Resurrection from California. What a great name. Janine Resurrection. I love that. Levi and Ruth Ann Yoder from Missouri. Megan Larson from California. And our friends from Canada, Vivian Azer from Alberta. Marielle Poulin from Quebec. And Tamara Cobbin from British Columbia. New senior team leads. Congratulations. If I can see you're on the camera and you're not clapping, I'm not going to be happy with you. Oh, I love guilting people into helping me. New supervisors, Jonathan DeRitter from Michigan, Zora Pezio from Washington, Amanda Santana from New Mexico, Malka Hodaya Nakmani from New York, Guimian Huang from Michigan, Jason Miranda from California, Therese Angeli de Gula from California, George Scafidi from California, Kim Coleman from Mississippi, Chris Yee from California, and Amy Zainia from Michigan. And from Canada, Anaberta Dominguez from Alberta, and Marceline Moore from British Columbia. Love seeing Marcy on there. Marcy, I know you're on the call tonight. New senior supervisors. Oh, let's hear it for our supervisor. Sorry. Ooh, I almost forgot. That would have been bad. You got that right, Wade, right? All right. From U.S., our new senior supervisors, Maria Green from Colorado, Giselle Van Zant from Texas, Tony Campbell from Virginia, Jinyuan Wang from New York, Linda Holtman from Colorado, Yuling Yang from Florida, and Karen Maffrey from Florida. Let's hear it for our new senior supervisors. Awesome. Next up, we have our new managers. Michelle Aarons from Missouri, Jane Rouse from Iowa, Bedalia Albanese from California, Susan Hayes from Iowa, Mary Kwan from California, Iris Sue from Michigan, and Samantha Henderson from Florida. Congratulations to our new managers. Awesome. New senior managers this week, like a week and a half ago, Zeth Owen from Oregon and Angie Templeton from Tennessee, our new senior supervisors. Senior managers, excuse me, senior managers. Congratulations. New senior vice president jumped right over VP. Why not? Valerie Dufour from Quebec. Valerie, nice job. Awesome. Way to go. Sweetheart, too. That's awesome. And a new officer. Now, officer is kind of a big deal because your income has gotten pretty serious at this point in time. More than likely, this has become your primary income. It's a great opportunity to celebrate our new officers. Let's hear it for Gerald Housey from Alabama. Way to go, Jerry. Jerry Housey from Alabama. Man, you know what, Jerry? Just love watching you rise up the titles and all that you're doing to help other people. For those of you who know who Kim Gray is, Jerry Hossey's the one responsible for bringing Kim Gray to the table. Great job, Jerry. Way to go. New senior officer. If you thought officers was a serious thing, senior officer in the house. Let's hear it for Pierre Giguère from Quebec. Had an opportunity to talk to Pierre. Let's hear it for him. Pierre is so humble. And when we asked him this last week and congratulated call, he just said, you know what, this is about my team. And the more people you help within the team, you just seem to rise up to the ranks and the titles. And Pierre, great job. And as I like to say, good start, my friend. All right. One more time for all of our title advancements this week. Way to go. That's awesome. And if you want to see your name on here, you know what? You should all see your names on here. Let's see all of your names. There's 251 people right now. Let's see all 251 names on next week, should we? Like in the next 2 weeks? Who's in? Raise your hand. Oh, that's way to commit. All right. We have a special transformation story tonight. I had a chance to be on a call with his team that he was awarded this, and it was kind of a surprise. He was invited to speak and didn't know that he was actually on to receive a prize for it. But please welcome Wade Burke, and I'm going to show you a couple of things before I turn the mic over to him. First of all, check this out. Weighed 280 pounds on July 1st of this year. On December 7th, 225, 57.5 pounds lost. This is the before and after. Isn't that awesome? Look, he doesn't even look like the same. I know he grew a beard, but he doesn't look like even the same person. It's just awesome. So please welcome to the call my new friend, Wade Burke. And Wade, are you there?
Yes, I am.
I see you. You look good. Let me give you the spotlight here for a second. Oh, hold on. Go ahead and start talking, and then I'll do it.
Well, I guess, what do you want to know?
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about your journey, like how you came to ARIIX New Age and kind of the journey of where you started and why you were sick and tired of being sick and tired, I guess.
Well, got involved. My wife was involved in a prior company with Amy Summers. And then at the end of June, Julie decided to come on over to ARIIX with Amy. And they had this 28-day transformation program going on. And Julie was asking me if I'd do it with her, and she was kind of tired of me not being in a healthy weight, and I'm pretty skeptical. But if I can lose 5 or 10 pounds, maybe I can help her sell some stuff and, what have you. So we started on the thing July 1, and like I said, I weighed 280 pounds, and pretty soon I started losing weight. And by the end of July, I'd lost 30 pounds. So, we continued. I was convinced after that, the product worked. It wasn't because I was doing a whole bunch of extra exercise. It just, the guided plan helped me just kind of reset a lot of stuff as far as just dietary habits, just get body chemistry back into norms, and then just continue on. It felt better. Continued losing some weight from end of July into October, November timeframe. And then Amy was going to do another transformation plan. And my goal was to get down to 220 by the end of the year, because that's what I weighed when Julie and I got married. And so I thought, let's give it a shot. So I ended up losing 16 pounds between November 10th and just last Tuesday, I think it was, we weighed in. And that was even over Thanksgiving. So it's pretty excited about that. In the meantime, I had to buy a couple new pairs of pants. I had to get some smaller belts. Some old shirts fit better now. And so I had, gone from being a fat guy sitting on the couch. I think I might have sent your assistant a picture of me sitting on the couch with my dog, and to doing push-up competitions with my boys. So that's just kind of a just an example of how just not just the weight or the number on a scale, just the energy level, the overall health has changed for me. My eating habits have changed. I went from eating, hamburgers and a couple servings of potato salad to, once in a while having meals where it's just vegetables, stir fried or sauteed peppers and onions and mushrooms or some asparagus, and trying new things, new foods that I normally wouldn't have eaten in the past. And it just changed a lot of things. My cravings have changed. At lunch, I'd go to lunch with some friends before they had everything shut down, and I would eat. It'd be cheap, get a $6 rotisserie chicken, and I'd eat that whole thing for lunch. Now I'm eating, a couple of bell peppers, maybe some carrots or an apple, and that's my lunch now. And I have just as much energy about taking the Slender Eyes and the MOA and all the supplements. Really like the Burn and Blue Frog stuff as well. That's helped me cut down on my coffee intake quite a bit, just by drinking those two things during, one in the morning, one at right after lunch, and drinking a lot more water. So it's just overall, I'm not out of breath just walking around. I don't have to hold my breath to tie my shoes. Things, just little things like that. My kids are happier. They can actually put their arms around me when they want to give me a hug. So that's kind of cool. So yeah, it's been, I'm a believer, I'm so glad that back in July 1, we jumped in with both feet head first, and just, went whole hog, because that really did help me reset it. I'm not saying that everybody needs to do that, but I have no regrets in, going in big at the beginning, and just seeing what we can do and doing that reset. So
awesome. Well, Wade, congratulations. And you hit on something I think is really important. A lot of times we look at weight loss transformations and we think, man, wow, what a difference. And we've had many of them on this call. And you hit it really on the nose. And that is, weight is one thing. It's an appearance thing, and you feel, you don't feel as energetic and so on. But the health aspect of that, what that does, that enables you to get up and move around and feel comfortable doing that. And like you say, go from being a couch potato, eating potato salad, to being a push-up contest with your son. I mean, that is a lifestyle change, and that's an incredible thing. So congratulations.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's kind of funny because right before Thanksgiving, I had a yearly physical that actually is probably about 3 years past due. And I'd been in earlier in the year because of an illness or whatever. And the doctor looked at the weight on the scale on the report that the nurse had written down. He goes, "Did she write that thing, the right number down?" He goes, "Have you really lost over 50 pounds?" And I said, "Yes, I have." So, with that, my cholesterol counts have come down. Triglycerides have come down. It's just all those things have gotten better as well, without the help of any kind of statin or anything like that. So,
yeah.
And I'm, like I said, this is just diet and lifestyle change. And I'm not doing, a lot of exercise. I need to get into that. That's why I kind of started to do some of the, the push-up contest with my kid to help him with his, personal fitness class at school as well. But also it's a way for me to get a little more active so.
Awesome. Well, good luck to you. We've got another weight loss challenge coming up in January. You might have already, blown your opportunity in a sense, but you know what? Come and join us on that one as well.
Right. So
sounds good. Well, Wade, again, congratulations, and thanks for being with us tonight.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
You got it. Amen. So I'm going to share the screen again, and we are going to bring another good friend. I was going to say good friend of the show, but, thinking that I'm some late night host or something. But one of my favorite people, someone I've grown to love very much, chairperson, a member of our scientific advisory board, partners council with she and her husband, Aaron, as many of you know. But what a great transition, Ginger, to have you come on and explain why Wade was able to get these kind of results and the benefits that are there. Please welcome our friend, Dr. Ginger Decker. And you should be able
There we go. Hey, everyone.
There you are.
Oh my gosh, that story that Wade just shared. You know what? It's kind of typical. If you take the products, you get the results. And I want to suffice this, or preface this whole thing to say, we don't treat, diagnose, or cure, right? But if you give your body the proper tools, it's amazing what it can do. And so our throwdown transformation that we have coming up, I want to really encourage everyone on here to not only participate, but also really start sharing this with people like you never have before, because we have the tools to get the results like you saw with Wade. I mean, pictures speak a million words, really, and we have the before and after pictures. But I love what he just shared about, he went back to his doctor, and this happens over and over again. He went back to his doctor, and his doctor was like, is that scale right? Did the nurse write down the number? Right? And all of his numbers started improving. So, and that's a factor of getting the body back in balance. So I want to talk, if I can, for a moment about slender eyes and explain kind of the whys, because what I've discovered with working with these products and getting these results, the way to get people to stick with the program, to remember to take the products, right? Oh, I forgot the drops. Oh, I keep forgetting. Well, if you understand the importance of taking them and why you want to do it and what it can actually do for you, and that's what I want to explain here tonight, then you're more apt to take it. So I'm going to give you the whys behind slender eyes. And so if you can maybe jot down a couple notes or remember a couple of these points for yourself, but also when you're sharing this with other people, because nobody out there, no other company, Rick, in the world has the slender eyes drops, the skinny drops, the magic drops, whatever you happen to call them. Nobody has these. They're very special. But just like all the rest of our ARIIX gold seal of approval products, they're also clean in terms of no bad ingredients. These are homeopathic and herbal, I call them body balancing drops, because what is actually happening to get the desired result of the weight loss is we're rebalancing different areas of the body that is gotten off kilter over the years or decades that maybe you haven't taken care of yourself. And if you understand a couple of these areas, and I'll just highlight a few of them, then you can see why, if we're tackling all of the areas at once, how we get such incredible dramatic results. So the first of all, these are drops that go under your tongue, basically before your 3 largest meals. There's a little booklet in the box, so don't throw away the box without pulling out the booklet. It has lots of instructions in here and kind of guidelines, but also the approved foods list. And the foods list is not a difficult list to stick with. Wade talked about how he started actually craving some of the foods on this list. And here's the deal. When you are eating the standard American diet, the coffees, the sodas, the high salt foods, the Doritos and things with fake ingredients in them, MSG, other chemicals, you don't appreciate, your taste buds are so tainted, you don't appreciate the taste of real food. So what you'll discover as you go through the program, if you haven't already, I see Kelly shaking her head, yes, what you'll discover is your taste buds get reset, and then you start to crave these foods, and it's so easy to eat the foods from the food list. So don't let the food list scare you if you're not a vegetable person or even a fruit person. When we reset your taste buds and reset your brain, literally we're doing that through the support of the slender eyes drops. So the slender eyes drops, again, don't treat, diagnose, or cure. They're not for anything, but what they're doing is they're supporting the body in a lot of ways. First of which is your sugar cravings and your carbohydrate cravings. So literally you put the drops under your tongue, and within 3 or 4 days, you will notice a difference in your cravings. Either you don't want that thing you always used to have. You can have one cookie and not the whole sleeve of Thin Mints Girl Scout cookies, right? I know you know what I'm talking about, right, Wade? Wade doesn't even crave that anymore. You feel back in control, you feel disciplined. And that's an important factor in weight loss. But guess what? Also with diabetics, or really anyone who has a sugar addiction. And if you understand how sugar impacts the brain, it hits the same area, it impacts the same area of the brain that cocaine does. So you literally become physiologically addicted. So we want to try to help you cut that sugar craving cord, literally, by utilizing the SlenderX is specifically the one that helps to do that. This is your homeopathic remedy to help support against the sugar and carbohydrate cravings, to make you back in control of your choices. The second thing that's in this bottle is support for the thyroid. Your thyroid is your master metabolism gland and can make or break you in terms of your weight. So we want to support the thyroid. And so we are doing that with some of the ingredients in here. Then we also want to give you some energy. So we got the sugar highs and lows under control with the slender ARIIX. In the second bottle, the Accelerate, we have a little vitamin B12. Your B vitamins are your energy vitamins, and most people are deficient in your B vitamins, especially B12. So we put that sublingually under the tongue, and you'll notice a little jolt of energy. There's also a little bit of green tea extract as well. And there's plenty of scientific studies out there showing that green tea extract is a support in helping you lose weight, but it also gives you a little lift of energy. So we've got the sugar cravings under control, the thyroid supported, we've got a little bit of extra energy going on with some good sources of energy. But then guess what? And this is the one that really is like the cherry on top. That is 2 herbs. Don't be afraid of these names if you've never heard of them before. They've been around forever. But ashwagandha and rhodiola, right, Rick? Those are the 2 herbs. They are known as your adaptogenic herbs. They help the body adapt to stress. So when they go under your tongue and they get absorbed, they help you feel relaxed. And who isn't stressed these days, right? And if your stress hormone, one of which is called cortisol, if cortisol is elevated, guess what happens? You struggle losing weight. Your insulin also slightly rises, and that's the hormone that comes out when you eat sugar, right? Well, if you're stressed, guess what? Cortisol and insulin kind of creep up together. So that's not going to help you lose weight. So when we normalize your stress, normalize your cortisol levels, guess what? Not only will the weight start to come off, but you'll also sleep better. So it's kind of like the 1-2 punch with the drops. They really target a lot of different areas, and you might not be off kilter in all of those areas, but when you start to rebalance all of those areas, it is no wonder we get the results that we get, not only with weight loss, but also with all the other biomarkers that you and your doctor might be looking at in terms of maybe some other health challenges that you have along with perhaps some weight issues. So I can't say enough about the drops in terms of the support that it gives the body. And again, nobody in the world has what we have with this product. So realize these are a tool to use to help you reach your goal, whatever that might be. But they're not a product you stay on forever. It's just a tool. Once you reach your ideal weight, or perhaps results within your different blood work and different things that your doctor is looking for, then you can stop taking them. But you want to remember the nutrition. You want to support your body with the nutrition. So your long-term goals in terms of utilizing our ARIIX products are to stick with some of the foundational nutrition, which we've talked about on other calls here, so I won't get into that. But I can't stress enough about the Slender Eyes drops and the support that it will get, especially through the program, especially to help you win the contest if that's what you're going for, but also for your good health, your good immune system, and your longevity moving forward in 2021. Rick, anything else you'd like me to add?
Wow. I mean, it's like you're rapid fire trying to, I don't need to write it because no, not at all. But so from a health perspective, and thank you for giving the disclaimer, because we don't treat or cure or that. And the body is an incredible healing mechanism. We are a healing machine. We're meant to be a healing machine. And so if you feed the body what it's meant to what the fuel that it needs to heal, then it can heal itself. It's kind of like the most, we call it what kind of nutritional products, alternative medicine, right? When actually it should be the normal course of action, right?
Exactly. Nutrition gives you energy. Nutrition obviously boosts your immune system. Nutrition, lack of nutrition and many medications deplete your body of nutrition. So if you're on medications, don't stop taking any without working with your doctor, but you need some good nutrition. So this isn't your nutrition. This is the rebalancing. And we have all the other products that support the body with the nutrition aspect. And we could be here sitting here for hours going through those, but suffice it to say, we've got a lot of answers for a lot of people who are literally praying for some of these answers that we have, both from the health perspective as well as the business perspective. We've got the golden ticket, as I always say.
And I love that phrase. One last thing is just from a standpoint of being prepared for the new year. The holidays is always, and rightfully so, you don't want to go to your family, whatever family parties you can have this year. You don't want to go there and say, oh, I can only eat this little piece of bean. You want to enjoy. And so you might gain a pound or two. Well, or more. You want to have that product on your shelf, right? Before the new year, so that you can start right after the new year.
Well, the new year is almost here.
I
So the
know,
time
right?
now it is to get your throwdown transformation pack, because those packs are the ones that will qualify you for the competition. So when you register, you save that order number, but the packs are incredible in and of themselves anyway. So definitely the time now is to get that, so you're ready and prepared, because it literally is right around the corner.
Yeah, right around the corner. So, Ginger, thank you as always for being
Oh,
on the
you're
call
welcome.
tonight. We love you and give our best to Aaron Noel. And I know he's doing a meeting in the other room, so go give him a hug for us.
Sure will. Thanks, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, batting cleanup, as I always like to say, and for those of you that are not baseball fans, that's the prime position on any baseball lineup, is our own president, one of the founders of ARIIX, of many of you have come from, or the artist previously known as ARIIX in a sense, good friend and a mentor, someone, I look for mentors in my life, and not necessarily those that are older, not in Mark's case, but people who have been there, that have experienced it, that have that wisdom to share. And I appreciate Mark's friendship, but also his mentoring that he gives me on a day-to-day basis. So please welcome our president, Mr. Mark Wilson. Mark, you there?
Hey, thank you. But I have a correction here. First of all, I'm not real happy at you, Rick, because when you make me follow somebody like DrGinger, I don't
Yeah.
like that, because I'm telling you, she's amazing, and what she does and her things. As I was listening to her, I've been doing this now 30 years and had the real fortunate opportunity most of that time to be in companies that are focused very heavily in health and wellness. And I'll tell you, I have my own personal experience and transformation. You could not have me go a day without Banali, okay, and some of these products. The BioPro Q, when Dr. Strand came up with that, that was one of his first requests, that he said, can I do this? And we said yes, and now we have the probiotics and all these other great things that our scientific advisory board, thank you, Dr. Ginger, and others that have brought to us, that really love and care. They're healers. They're individuals who really care about this. But that whole preventative message is so important. Do not miss this in your life. People always say, wow, you look great, or you look like you're doing well at 55, and you look like you're still young and vibrant. Well, I'm telling you, what goes in your body on a daily basis is so important, and augmenting our poor diets and helping those with it, because I'm far from perfect, but I'll tell you, I know a difference. And that prevention message is more important than anything, because I would just as soon not know what diseases and problems and challenges as I get older that could have come my way, that were prevented through great nutrition, through great health, and through other opportunities there, through exercise. And it's a combination of things. But when you have what we have, and you have the opportunity we have, and today I think it's even more concerning for most people, because we don't believe that we can just run to the hospital anytime we have a problem anymore. And so living that lifestyle and using products that help us from a prevention standpoint are everything in our lives today. So give it the time too. That's the other thing I'd tell you, is my experience was it took some time before I really started to notice the difference. Sometimes you can feel it, but this isn't magic. This is based on years of science and research. So thank you for all you do, and the caliber of people we have on our science advisory team and around the world. It is amazing to me how smart they are and how committed they are. So I'm just excited to be on with you at the end of a year. I was thinking about 2020, and I was sharing this down in Mexico just recently, and then again the other day with another team, that I had this pity party. I don't know if you've ever had a pity party, but I had a pity party the other day where I was sitting there with my wife, and we were talking, and we were in a home in Mesquite, and I was like, I can't wait for 2020 to be done. This has been the worst year ever, right? And I was thinking about all the terrible things that happened. Just to kind of rewind, in my pity party, I was thinking, well, okay, in January, I got a phone call where my daughter almost died on a snowmobile, and had this terrible accident, was in the hospital for weeks and weeks, and all these things. And I just kind of was going through my checklist of all the bad things that happened. And then I stopped for a moment as I was sitting there and feeling sorry for myself, and started to think about all the things I was grateful for. Because it's a great thing about having a great wife is they tell you, hey, wait a minute, what's the other perspective of this? And I started to think about all the things I was grateful for. I have a new grandbaby, Maverick, who we love dearly. I look at the merger of this company coming together, all the new friends I now have and the people I'm meeting and the hope we have. I look at, for years in this industry, I have been pleading, literally pleading with people to see the power of this industry, home-based business, alternative income streams, focus on health and wellness and improving our immune system, home delivery conveniences, all these things we've been hoping that people will figure out. And suddenly it is like all the stars have aligned and perfectly positioned this where it's never been easier to talk to people about this, because all of their concerns that are front and center are right here, and we're perfectly positioned for this. Not to mention, we've grown from 230 million, and now combining this together will be a $500 million company. Now think about that. How many companies are doing these kind of things? And you can say, well, it's because you merged. No, it's because the synergies we're pulling together are creating such a powerful entity that this is just the beginning of where we're going. So when you wonder where we're going, oh, I can tell you, wait till you see 2021. 2020 has positioned us in such a way to be stronger, faster, more agile. Believe it or not, more agile. Usually when you get bigger, you're not more agile. We're more nimble than we've ever been, and the ability with the resources and the things we've been able to put together. And we're positioned as a public company where we can share in the growth and the wealth. That's one of the most beautiful things our CEO loves doing. He likes to be Santa Claus, so to speak, and allow people to ride with us on this upside, unlike a private company. So there's all these benefits and beautiful things that are happening. And if I could give you is look back on the year and look at all the things you're grateful for this year, for our health, for all the wonderful things that's happened, because I think in any year you can have good and you can have bad things happen, right? And it's our perspective of where we're going, because the more I looked at this, how grateful I am that this year has refined us and prepared us for such amazing things, the experiences. It forced us. We already were going to online meetings and other things as far as Zoom rooms and things like this. We'd already been planning on that with Facebook Live events and other things to reach more people. This forced us to become better and better at these things. We had events this year in this company with New Age ARIIX combined. We had events where there were times with 70,000 people participating between Facebook Live, the Zoom rooms, and everything we were doing. Think about that. The opportunity that is out there for us to continue to grow this next year is phenomenal. This next year, we're going to be focused a lot on social selling and making sure during the year, you're going to see new websites. You're going to see new, easier to use social tools to help you share, what we call shareables. You're going to see all kinds of new things. So all of our resources are already working on this, and they're already doing it. We're already starting to see some rough things, aren't we, Rick? As far as, you know, some templates and things you're going to see coming out during the year. And 2021 is going to be a really transformational year for us to really step into ways to make it easier for you to send this message out to people, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, you know, TikTok. I still don't get TikTok, but anyway, it's probably my age, but there is opportunities. Now, that doesn't mean sit back and think, well, now I'm just going to build my business on my phone forever. No, that's not what we're saying. What we're trying to do is add additional resources to help you be more successful. We're going to be adding additional tools to help you be more successful. And because we're a stronger, more resilient company, you're going to see that we have that ability to add those resources in the areas that we've been wanting to do for a long time. When you're running a company and you're small, every little thing matters, right? And it's not that everything doesn't matter now. It still does on a scale, but it gives us the opportunity to really focus and target in and put the resources where it can make the biggest difference, because you have the consolidation, and that's the beautiful thing that's there. So stay tuned for a lot of changes, because the changes are going to be great things that are going to continue to enhance your business, to add value, to make it easier to get customers, to make it easier to send that message out. But this is going to take massive action. I was just listening to the GoPro for 3 days this last weekend, and I had a lot of people, you know, respond to me. If some of you listen to that, share that with people, because most of what I heard Yeah, there were great ideas. Yes, there were inspiring people on stage like Sylvester Stallone and all these people. But the number one thing I kept hearing was take action. Because if you're not taking action, you'll never get where you're going, right? You just can't make it work. I've always said it is tenacity and consistency. Without the consistency, I don't care how tenacious you are, it doesn't matter, right? Without the consistency, you're not going to be able to deliver what you need to do and taking that action. So prepare yourself. We always kind of like to set goals at the beginning of the year, but I think what Rick and what everybody was talking about today is so important. Don't wait till January. Who said you had to start in January with all your new goals and things you're working on? Why not be aligning those and kind of get a head start? Why not get 2-3 weeks head start in my goals and the things I'm working on? So when January 1st comes around, I'm not sitting down and going, what do I want to do this year? You already know, and you're already hitting the ground running. You already have your pack ready to go. You already have your commitments in line and your plan going. And in fact, you've been working it through the holidays. In my years of experience, I had a guy once that every year he would always advance during the holidays. And I was like, well, you know, it's the craziest thing because most people are saying, well, I'll wait till after the holidays. He said, no, I found it was the easiest time. It's when we're reconnecting. It's when people are more open to making a connection and listening and talking. It's when people are concerned about a lot of different things. And it gave me an open door when no one else was competing against me. And I thought, what a perspective of where we're looking at this. So I hope you're as excited as we are as we move forward, because yes, this next year will be fun because as a public company, we'll continue to share quarter by quarter by quarter. And Rick's right, we got to be careful because we got to go based on once we announce to the street what we're going to do. But just stay tuned because there's some great things coming each quarter as we continue to drive. And our job is to make sure that we get your trust and we always do nothing to lose that trust. So we earn your trust and we make sure we don't do anything to lose it. But more importantly, we need to deliver for you a great company that is solid, that is financially stable, that we're providing the great products and services that you depend on to get out to your customers so that you can win, so that you can grow and build your dream. And that's really what we're about, is to help you experience your transformations. And so amazing leaders in the field. I could go on and on about all the things I'm really excited about. Watch for all the new people joining ARIIX, okay? When you see the new people, and I got to stop saying that, new age ARIIX, right? Or new age, or Noni, or, you know, Shannon, or Mavi, or, you know, you look at this, Zanoa. I know I'm leaving them out because there's more coming, right? But the reality is when you look at this new age family, it is exciting what's going on, all right? Rick talked about the Noni, and I'll just give you a little hint about that. Do you realize that Tisha Noni, that bottle you saw in that special, that is the #1 largest selling item we have in a combined thing. We sell more of that than anything we have. And they've continued to do this for 30 years. It's continued to be new. Now, how many products do you know can survive 30 years without massive transformation or just become obsolete? It's because of what Rick was talking about, the science, the research, the studies, and what they have is phenomenal. It's a great product, okay? So if that's something you're interested in, take a look at it because right now that's a great deal. But for us, just stay tuned because next year is going to be a great year, and I'm super excited to be here serving you. And watch out because some big announcements this next year coming, and more. I can't emphasize enough, more people joining like you've never seen before. So you want to see a transformation year? Watch 2021. Thank you for all you do, and I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. It is time also. I mean, yeah, I'd love you to be working the whole time, but the reality is, it is time to spend time with our families, to rekindle those and to appreciate each other, because we need to have those joyous moments in our lives. Or why are we doing this? So enjoy some time with the family. Get ready to hit the ground running this next year, and we look forward to celebrating some big things with each of you. Thanks,
Mark. Yeah, thank you so much for being with us tonight and for your leadership. We had somebody in the office the last couple of days, and one of the things that he said as he walked away was, there is no other company in the industry, you could say the biggest names, the Amways, the Nu Skin, and so on, with the quality across the board of the executive teams that we have. And he comes from a lot of experience. He's been around, he's seen a lot of companies, he talked to a lot of company executives. The grounding that Mark and Brent and Fred and all of the executives here have, Sure, they're driven. Yeah, they're competitive. You know, some of the most competitive people I know, but humble and servant oriented and experienced. And that is, if you were investing in a company, regardless of the size of it, that's the number one thing you'd look at. So listen to what Mark had to say tonight. Listen to what Ginger had to say. Listen to what Wade said. Take a lesson from all of them. But the most important thing is to take action, as Mark said. So I'm going to close with just a quote, because I always do. And Mark, you and I had not talked. So the fact that you brought up trust at the end of it is perfect for the lead in for this quote from Stephen Covey. Trust is the glue of life. It's the most essential ingredient in effective communication. It's the foundational principle that holds all relationships.